RBO Vaughn definitely, man. He gave me a shout out because I told y'all France won that draft. But who's winning now? The Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. They playing that song down there, man. They don't went to the playoffs. Paolo didn't go top 5, but he's climbing up the charts. This team made it to top 5. They got to the playoffs. They almost stole a series if they could have just had a little bit more experience with that Cleveland run. But again, when you go get an ex-Piston or Wizard, I'm gonna just say Piston for Carl because it's been some tough times out there in Detroit. It's so cold in the D. But KCP has now signed a 3-year, $66 million deal with the Orlando Magic. That's a lot of money in Orlando, man. It's Orlando. Whew. Now we got to talk about the Magic ceiling. What's the ceiling for this team, Joe? Is it Disney World or is it Disneyland? For me, that's ceiling high, man. The fact that you can even go out and get I ain't gonna say a perennial player like this, but to go add another 3-and-D type guy of KCP's nature to your team, some people would say probably overpaid, but again, he said the floor. Hey, but some people would say adding KCP was he got overpaid, but again, in a time of inflation, you got to pay for what you need. And with this team, they needed one more shooter, if you ask me. And this is the guy. And also, he brings that championship experience. While he was with the Wizards, before that whole fallout with Spencer Dinwiddie, I like the addition of having KCP around because he was hitting those big game-winning shots or those game-time shots when you needed them. Again, that culture. Something about having that one veteran that's going to step up and be like, hey, bro, I've been here before. If you pass it to me or if you get open in that corner, we're going to make the right play. What happened with the Nuggets? I mean, he did get one with the Nuggets. I mean, last year was some would say it was a shaky year because they found a young team that was more hungrier than them, and they beat them because the Nuggets was taking too many naps coming out the gate. Before a young coach and a young team like this was a good move. So I'm gonna say it's Disney. I'm gonna say it's Epcot. I ain't gonna say it's the parade at the end of the night, but it's at Epcot right now. That's the ceiling for me.
Mm-hmm. All right. Update. The Mavericks also sent 2 additional second-round picks to the Warriors to complete that Klay Thompson signing trade.
They pulled a Trump and said,
For
man,
the
you sent that $60 I sent you? You got that little 60? Go ahead, take that, man.
That's what y'all be getting. Y'all be collecting on second-round picks.
We got a first. We got lucky and got a first.
Man, y'all stacked. Y'all stacked. Y'all could have got Klay. Y'all had plenty of second rounds for that.
Yeah,
that
would have been nice, Joe.
No, he ain't going to y'all, bro. He's trying to win a championship.
No, I'm thinking. I know, but I'm just saying that would have been nice. Him back with we just bring all the ex-Warriors over here and leave Draymond over there, and we would have been set. One big happy reunion, man.
Go to State Wizards.
Man, I'd have been happy.
But yeah, Orlando Magic. I love this, y'all. I'm like a broken record. I love this. I said I love it, baby. Look, man, shout out to ABM or XIB, one of them. XIB. But anyways, bro. So Magic last season. What? Come on now, we all know what their issue was, Tomo. They can't shoot from 3. Last year, Orlando was 30th in threes last year, 24th in 3-point percentage, 3rd worst percentage in the playoffs, only behind the Pelicans and the Lakers. And Caldwell Pope last year shot 40% from 3. 44% when he wide open, though. So Caldwell Pope was a big pickup for them offensively. And he's a veteran. He's a champion. He's a winner. He went to L.A., granted he was with the Wizards. Went to L.A., won a championship. Left L.A., went to Denver, won a championship. That's where he has a championship pedigree. He does a lot of the little things. Dive for the loose balls. He's a really good defender. Defensively last year, Orlando was 3rd best in defense. They had a 3rd best defensive rating. First of all, Caldwell Pope don't miss no games. He played 96% of his regular season games. Let me start there. But during the regular season, opponents shot 40% when Caldwell Pope was the closest defender. That led the NBA among players to defend 500 shots plus. He's an elite defender. He's a defender. And you put him alongside Paolo Banchero offensively, all the attention goes to him and Franz Wagner, another. He basically replaces Gary Harris, which I think
That's
is
what
a
they
big
needed.
upgrade. Yeah, Javon was like, probably like, hallelujah. Javon
That's the
probably said,
nugget.
well, wait.
That's the nugget player they've been waiting for. It's like, why y'all give us Gary? We could have gave us KCP a few
Oh
years before.
yeah, dang, he was with them. But
Yeah,
then speaking of Nuggets, they lost 2 years in a row. Tomo, you lose Bruce Brown and then you lose KCP, and you get nobody to replace them. You get, I mean, don't give you got Brown, from Kansas, but he's not a shooter. You need another shooter. You need shooters around Jokic, and the Nuggets they taking L's right now, bro. Like they always took an L in the second round, and they taking the Minnesota Timberwolves made a big trade to get Rob Dillingham, and these dudes ain't done nothing yet. The Nuggets, so I don't know what's going on. But shout out to Orlando. This was a great pick for Orlando, and my ceiling for them, Tomo. I made a video 2 years ago. All right, 2 years ago, it's on IG right now. When they were in their first year, I said in 2 years they could probably be in the East Conference Finals. And I said that, and after seeing what Indiana did, I think that's doable. So I'm gonna make that their ceiling, because they are a really good defensive team. Paolo will be better this year. He's gonna grow. Paolo will be a top player. Jamal, he said top 5. He's just too soon, But Paolo, you can tell he's one of those guys. Last year in the playoffs my man Paolo, I got it right here. My man Paolo averaged 27, 8 and 4, 46, 40, 76. Well, his percentage was bad. But the second half, like those last 3 games, Paulo went crazy, and his teammate Franz Wagner game 7. I don't know what happened to him, but they could probably make the East Conference Finals. I'll make that their ceiling, but they're not getting to the finals though.
and I know this is one of those. I'm gonna tap into my Joe bag right quick. KCP stats last season: 45% when he was wide open.
Okay.
46, about 45% pull up, 52% from the one dribble. So you telling me Paolo ain't gonna have some fun with that?